vengeance. But here, they do not exist. Only winners and losers here. For here, the mighty rule.
If you thought our Neo Geo journey was ending at 2003, I've got some sad news for you. There's only one way this can end.
Garou, Mark of the Wolves.
This is SNK's greatest game to date, Garou, Mark of the Wolves.
Fight!
This isn't just another Neo Geo fighting game. This isn't just SNK's answer to Street Fighter 3. This is a personal flex. We've been using this hardware for over a decade, and now we're going to show you a game that demonstrates its full capabilities. This is Garou, Mark of the Wolves. That is what this is. This is the last game in the Fatal Fury timeline, and thus, the last KOF in the Fatal Fury timeline. Let's just get straight to it. It takes place 10 years after Real Bout, so needless to say, new cast of characters. Some might even resemble characters from past Fatal Fury games or other SNK projects, and others, well, they're all too familiar at this point. I debated on who to take our grand tour of Garou, Mark of the Wolves with, but really there's only one option here. And my younger self would kick me if I didn't pick her.
Hotaru Futaba versus Kim Jae-hoon.
Say hello to Hotaru Futaba. Her mission statement? Go to Southtown, enter the King of Fighters tournament in order to find her long-lost brother, who is supposedly competing in the tournament. And cool, we're fighting Kim Jae-hoon, the son of Fatal Fury's Kim Kapwan. So this game, man, it is considered to be the best of the best. Even by SNK standards. Considering the high bars we've seen on the Neo Geo, that is a bold statement, because just look at it. You might have games on the Neo Geo that try to look this smooth, and sound this smooth, but not a game that does both, like Garou. This came out the same year as KOF 2000, which was the Neo Geo, which was SNK's real swan song with the Neo Geo. At least the SNK you know. Really, I would give that honor to Garou. Because before SNK went bankrupt the first time, they put this masterpiece out, and this really feels like their goodbye. This really feels like their last gasp. Because otherwise, what was coming out of King of Fighters game? They were putting together a new Metal Slug game. Their usual output. It seems like they would not go back to stuff like Fatal Fury or Art of Fighting. What? We're here now. Oh! So what is it that makes this game super neat? Well,
Round 2. Fight!
what sets it apart from Fatal Fury? The gameplay. It is a 4-button fighter. There is the power system, the same thing as the Real Bout games. The difference here being You don't need to be at a certain health threshold to use your super powerful moves. They're just there.
KO.
I'm very glad they kept the Neo Geo's localization. Seeing the words "come, oh mighty on" fill me with a certain joy that is indescribable.
Round 1. Fight!
Because this is the PC version of the game put out by Code Mystics. They do a bit more than just dump a ROM and call it a day.
KO.
Post-match taunt. Garou is so good. It's just, there's so many details about this game that I go over and I'm like, yes, yes. Pinnacle of fighting games. But Neo Geo has funky localizations, and I would not trade them for the world. They get especially sloppy for poor Hotaru. And speaking of which, Hotaru hadn't talked about this character herself.
Round 1. Fight!
She is an amalgamation of every other cute character that's been in an SNK fighting game. Athena's move list, hairstyle of Akari from Last Blade, love of animals of Nakamura. Just all rolled up into one character.
KO.
Also a bit of an embarrassing point, but one that I have to indicate.
Round 2. Fight!
When I played this game back in high school, I had a major league crush on this character. Like, it wasn't even funny. That's part of the reason I'm choosing her. Because otherwise my past self would show up in the present and sock me in the face. And then make embarrassing message board posts.
KO.
Alright, I have got to do better grades. That process needs to start immediately, if not sooner.
Round 1. Fight!
Like, character-specific stage intros. Good autocorrect. Very nice. Was worried that was gonna go the other way.
Round 2. Fight!
But you need to perform at an elite level if you want certain things later.
KO.
So here's our first major roadblock. Every sixth battle is a rivalry battle, and our rival is our brother. Character-specific versus intros.
Fight.
It's just the total package. So, Garou. It is heavily implied that these two are siblings, never outright stated. And it does seem plausible. They've been running with this are they, aren't they siblings ever since this game came out. And you'd think that it would be real.
Fight.
Because they both study Chinese Kempo. Two different styles of it, but under the same style. Under the same martial art, if you will. Garou uses the Violent Fist, aka Gokei. And Hotaru uses the Gentle Fist, aka Chukei. But he's mush now. But that was the first problem. Are you ready for the second? I gotta say, presentation here is outstanding. Darkly lit room, intimidating music, veiny figure. The Martyr of Might, Grant. This is how you do a sub-boss.
Round 1. Fight.
Normally this guy would give me a run for my money, just because if you slip up one too many times, you leave yourself a little too open, he can just snap an entire life bar away. And he's a lot more durable than every other character you fought up to this point.
Round 2. Fight.
That's still not gonna stop us, mind you. Not gonna stop me. Got it! If you see your character's face and you hear this music, you're going to the big stage. If you hear different music, similar to his theme, and you don't see your character's face, you get a bad ending. Your game ends right there. But what if? The real boss begins now. God, just the meteor shower in the background. Presentation is top notch. I can't say that enough. This is Kane R. Heinlein.
Round 1. Fight!
He is a bit of a handful. Thankfully, I don't care. The second round is where he becomes problematic. That TOP system, that thing where you get increased damage, gradually regenerating health. His entire bar is that now. This is for every second round. Every time you are within one round of winning. But it's not gonna stop me. It's the best. Damn, this game's amazing. Oh, SNK final bosses, you and your poorly constructed buildings. Alright, count the mistakes. Hotaru. Granted, I really love the artwork and I hate to shit on this ending. That slap, that screenshot. It's so good. But this is not the time for a family reunion. Hotaru will have to wait her turn for that moment. And we're still waiting 20 years later, SNK! Give this girl a happy ending for fuck's sake. But that's Garou, Mark of the Wolves. Simply the best. Better than all the rest. It's a top-of-the-line game that is just crazy fun. It really does feel like an answer to Street Fighter 3. Like, Just Defend was a good addition. Something I'm way more comfortable doing. I actually like the cast better than Street Fighter 3's newcomers. Terry got his brown jacket from here, and it's the best he's ever looked. Fight me. It's a pity because you keep hearing about, oh, we were totally working on a Garou 2. And a couple of years ago, there was an interview to hype up KOF 14, and the producer was there, and he pulled out some stills of all the neutral poses of all the characters, and it just makes me sad. Sad that there isn't a Garou 2, but on the other hand, happy that Mark of the Wolves gets to stand on its own. A lone wolf, if you will. And thus ends our history with the Neo Geo. There will be no further KOF games played on here, no further King of Fighters tournaments on Neo Geo hardware. From here on, we look to the future. We look to a new wave of technology. But that is a story for another time.
Game over.
I leave you with the intro I wish I could have started this video with. This is Rad signing out, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Garou, Mark of the Wolves.
God, this game is awesome.